Alright, my friends, in today's video we find ourselves in a very shitty situation.
Pedal to the metal.
Okay, before we get into today's video, I want to answer one of the questions that one of my subscribers had asked me. And it was from itmofo. I don't know if that's your first name or last name, but yeah, I know it's just an alias, but that's okay. His comment was, wait for it. His comment was, do you remember the Beachcombers? It was my favorite television show growing up here in Australia. I really liked the characters and the locations. Are you anywhere near Gibsons? Well, you know what? That's kind of funny because I actually did a video on Gibsons Landing back a year ago. Gibsons Landing is about an hour and a half from where I am right now. And you also have to take a ferry ride. It's about a really quick ferry ride, 40 minutes I think. So it's not an island, it's a part of the British Columbia, the province here. However, there's no roads into there. You have to take the ferry across the ocean. If you went the other way, it'd probably be a 3-hour drive if they built a road, but they never have built a road there. So Molly's Reach. Yes, I did go to Molly's Reach. I really enjoyed going to Molly's Reach. Every time I go there, I stop in and have breakfast or have a coffee. So I'm gonna actually link that video. I'll put it up here. So if you want to check that out, sir, or anybody else, well, it might be worth it. I can't remember if it's a good video or not. Or hey, maybe it's my usual way, substandard. I don't know. What else do I have to say on that? So it's kind of funny talking about Gibsons Landing because me and Korean girl really loved it there. It's so beautiful, so quiet, maybe too quiet. We considered, you know what, maybe it would be a great place to own a little coffee shop or a little brewery to set up there. But with a population base of 4,500 people, you know, it really relies on tourists in the summertime, that city. That's really what it's based on, the economy. And this year with coronavirus, I think they're really going to struggle with money-wise and economy there. So anyhow, I'm blah blah blah, so continue on with the video there, Chucky. Well, the plan is to think you're video recording when you're not, so you end up talking to yourself for 5 minutes realizing, oh shit, I didn't hit record. Anyhow, besides the point, dumbass, this toilet's coming out because this is going to become a storage closet area. I think that is our plan. So we're going to rip this out, put a new floor in, because I'll show you when we get more involved here. I think we're going to put a curtain rod here. You can hang up clothes this way and maybe close storage, or vice versa. Maybe we'll hang the rod up here and have closed storage there. You can hang up whatever, my suit jackets and that, and da-da-da-da-da. So that might be the plan. And then this cassette style of toilet, we're going to end up using this little guy. And what we could do is put it here, have slide in, slide out if you need it, blah, 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 blah. Or I guess I could put it under there, cut half the door and slide it in and out of there. I'm not sure yet. So anyhow, that is the plan. This ugly thing, vamoose. And besides, I don't know whose freaking ass has been on that thing, so yeah. How the hell do I video and lift this toilet out at the same time? Oh, looks pretty light. Actually, I'm not. Oh, yep, I was gonna say. I think I have to disconnect the back water valve. However, it just kind of fell out on its own there, so, and it doesn't weigh nothing. No, I'm gonna have to unhook it. So, oh yeah, simple right here. Actually, oh yeah, there we go. So, my friends, like I say, it's a shitty situation. So I have to figure out what we're gonna do with this hole, how I'm gonna cover it up once we get this toilet off. So, okay, I can't do this in video at the same time, so let me unhook this first. Let's try this again. I got everything unhooked. So, oh, holy shit, this thing weighs nothing. I was thinking it's like heavy, and there's no weight to it at all. Holy shitholes, Batman. Look at that ugliness. Anyhow, yeah. Wow, that's freaking... Huh. Just a big hole in the floor. Hole in the floor. Man, you could just cut a hole in the floor and on the ground and take a pee. Just kidding. Anyhow, that's it. Goes right into the tank. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. However, look at all the rotted wood. That has to come up. Man, how do they do this? Oh, they screw it onto the floor. So there we go. We're going to have to take these screws out. And then... So, let's get on it. Okay, is this coming in too dark? Not really. Let's try a light. In this situation... Where's the light? There. Does that help, my friends? Anyhow, yes, we're going to have to take this side cover off to get at the floor and rip that bottom floor up. So that's what I did. I pulled all the screws out. So I don't even know what's behind here. Let's see. One little water pipe. Wow. Look at that. 2 water pipes. You know what? You didn't need this big cover for that. You could have put a fraction of this size. Here, hold on. Let's, yeah, see? Look at, they got this big cover for 2 little lines. You could have extended this little box over a couple inches just to cover this part, and all the lines you could have bent and flattened under more. And you would have saved yourself a couple inches. Anyhow, it doesn't... Yeah, look at this. This pink insulation has to go. Oh, that covers fuel? Or it could be water inlet. I'm not sure. I'd have to go outside. The fuel tank is this one, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know if I'm keeping this wallpaper or not. It's there. So, whether I just keep it, mind you, it's coming unglued there a little bit. Or if I peel it off and just paint this wall white or something, I'd have to remove that trim and that trim. And I'd probably have to remove that trim to get this piece out anyways. So this thing covers the sill and there's a water line there. And I'm thinking there could be some wiring there. Yeah, here, wiring electronics. So we'll have to do something with that too. So, continue on, Chucky. So, the good thing about this back end of the van, there's no rust here. It's not rusted through. Everything is just surface rust, some minor details. And yes, this is just a cheap wallpaper. So we're going to pull this wallpaper off. And very possibly this, because yeah, you know what, it's falling off anyway. So we're going to pull these things off, pull the wallpaper off. And sorry if the bad camera work. Yeah, I can't get back far enough to video it. So this wallpaper I'm going to leave, but this one will pull off, and I might paint that wall more than likely. Good and toxic. So, yeah, but like I say, oh, this thing here, it did hide all the wiring, and I think that's the wiring to the heater from the spare battery. That's what that is. So I'm gonna have to inspect all this wiring to see what shape it's in. And the other one was the water line, which goes to the sink. So I'm gonna have to do something to reroute or block this toilet off. And yeah, so far so good. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. keep going. How's that? Okay, folks, I think we are gonna end things today right here because I need a good chisel because I'm gonna cut this floor right against there. So I want to keep this semi-load bearing wall there. The material is rotten up to somewhere here, so I think if I trim it that far back, we should be okay. We got most of the rotten stuff out. And then I will just splice in a chunk there, and I'll splice in a chunk there. Alright, my friends, for today's outro, we have a very special guest. So, if you'd like to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody, the usual routine, feel free. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Have a great week. Be kind. Be well. Be awesome. Okay, my friends, we're gonna Okay, before we get into answering, that's a bad start. Scratch that. Blooper award. Am I videoing? Wow. This won't do this no justice. You can't see that. Yeah, I can't see nothing either because, you know, I just watched a couple of videos here. Why is it so freaking whited out? It's brutal.